Well, today was definitely quite the day in the crypto market. A lot of people went into this very pessimistic, but came out very optimistic on the opposite side because this idea of potentially a soft landing may have become just a little bit more of a reality. We're going to talk about that as well as maybe what to expect these next few days here in the charts because we're starting to see a lot more green. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Now, yes, green could be the charts, the money, whatever you want it to be, right? But we just finished closing our daily candle from yesterday. We started a new daily candle in the red so far, but yesterday closed for ADA at 2%, the prior day 2.5%, and this is off back-to-back good news days. Decent enough FOMC meeting, decent enough GDP report. And what you're really starting to see is consumer confidence start to set back in. People having a little bit more confidence in the crypto market. And this is a very important thing because that is when the capital that's sitting on the sideline starts to re-enter the space. That is when the charts start moving. That is when adoption starts taking place. And this show that we're waiting for finally starts rolling, right? Now, before I get any more into the charts here, I do want to talk about this GDP report in general. So this did actually come in below expectations. Expectations were 2.7% for Q4 in 2024, came in at 2.3%. So this was actually not a declining quarter of GDP, but a weakened quarter of GDP versus Q2 and Q3. Still better than Q1. But what we got was a little bit of a mixed bag in terms of data. One of the biggest things that we saw driving this was consumer spending. So people are still spending a lot in the face of these high prices that we're seeing around the country. You feel it, I feel it. It sucks, right? But the confidence in terms of consumers is there. They are continuing to spend their money, which is a good thing, right? Now, investments were down Q4. Typically not that great. December obviously sucks. We saw that in terms of the charts. So a little bit of, again, a mixed bag moving forward here. But really what we saw was confidence that we're headed towards this soft landing like the Fed has been talking. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, right? But just this confidence that we're heading towards this is really what caused this little spark in the market. And in fact, it may be the thing that sends prices a little further. Now, understand that we have now cleared a lot of potentially negative things out of the way. All right. We didn't know what inauguration was going to look like. We didn't know what the FOMC meeting was going to look like. We didn't know what the Plum and hard fork was going to look like. And we didn't know what the GDP report was going to look like. And now all these things have led us to this moment where the market is basically primed for a rebound. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And ADA right now is sitting right at resistance, right at this 50-day moving average. And now that the new daily candle started, this is about the time that overseas money begins to wake up and they have a decision to make, right? Overnight, are we going to see ADA go on a little bit of a pump, maybe climb back into this range between our 20 and our 50-day moving average that ADA got stuck in for about a week back here? Maybe a little bit of a push out to the upside, or do we get a little bit of a push down, maybe some profit taking, maybe coming down on top of resistance right at about 93 cents? This is what I'd kind of watch for overnight. Now we're going to have an answer by the time all of us wake up. Maybe some people are overseas and they're going to see this happening in live time, right? But understand that tomorrow, Friday, there's a few things that normally happen in the crypto market. One, volume begins to drop. Two, institutional money tends to be a little bit weaker on Friday. Well, I'll be curious to see what happens because they've been kind of waiting and holding their breath and waiting for some direction in the market. So we have to see if we are going to get a continuation of what we're experiencing right now, or do we see things flip and move the opposite way? The great news is we've seen, shorts liquidated left and right. Again, capital starting to free up a little bit and start to flow back in. So the exact signs that we need to see in the crypto market are in fact happening. And really, some of this confidence from BTC is a good indicator of that. It actually ran all the way up to 106.4. All right. Again, starting on a red day, we came down to about 104. And again, really the thing that just dropped everything back down was that news overseas from the European Union. So maybe they'll change their tune, maybe they won't. But understand that we're getting back on track. All this negative, this headwind that we've been facing, it's finally starting to blow a little bit in our direction. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. Are we going to now approach February and start to see better prices? Now, what I want to remind people of is February of last market cycle was really where things began to open up in a big way. In fact, when we look at ADA in general, right about February 1, Take a look at what happened following that. Just green, 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 just running and running and running almost nonstop until, oh gosh, what was that? Like 2 weeks into February until we saw our first correction, kind of similar to what we did actually in November. If you guys remember how good November was, there was very few red days along the way. The market has been waiting for something. It's been waiting for a catalyst. It's been waiting for things to open up. And this may be the moment where it all begins. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts about. Have a great night. Show your love. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.